Hey guys, welcome back to the ranch. Today on the channel we're going to talk about the DeWalt Toughsystem radio, which I got here and I've been using for over a year already. So let's do a quick review about it and let me tell you what I like and what I don't like about this system. So stay tuned. First off, about the DeWalt Toughsystem radio, let's get some facts down about it. It's got 4 speakers. It's got an integrated subwoofer. It's got the charging capabilities for the 10 volt, 12 volt, and 18 volt batteries. That's the 12 volt max, 20 volt max, and not sure what the other ones in the US. It's IP54 rated against dust and water entry into the system. It's got Bluetooth connectivity. It's got a 3.5 millimeter aux input, which are hidden inside here. Let's quickly open up. You got a USB port for charging. You also got the aux port right there. You got these 2 little kind of cubby area shelves here. Now, in one of them, you can basically keep the power supply for it if you don't want to run it on batteries. The other one is good if you want to keep your cell phone in here while it's connected and you're listening to music, to keep it out of the work zone dust that you might have. Now, it's an AM/FM radio also. This particular model is the European model, so it's got the digital radio, the DAB+. The US doesn't have that because you guys don't have it. Operation time for this unit on a full 18 volt / 20 volt max battery is 8 hours, what they say. Now, one of the really cool things about it is when everything's closed, I mean, it's a really sturdy, rugged system. It's rather heavy though. The whole device is 16 pounds, so that's approximately 7 kilos. So it's got some weight to it. But what's really cool is, you know, it's a Toughsystem format, which means you just open that up. You can take any other Toughsystem device you have, and you can just click them together. And that way, you know, you just grab one handle and you lift everything around. Now, that also means it fits into the tool cart. Let me just quickly unhook this again. There we go. On this side. Oh! Easier said than done. Holds very well. Get this one out of the way. Running out of space down here. As I said, you can also hook it to the tool cart and, you know, roll it around like that. It's very rugged. I mean, you got these rubberized corners here, here, here. They're also on the other side. You got these feet here. It's a nice rubberized handle, very nice to carry around with. What I also like very much is actually the fact that it has 4 speakers. We'll get to that in a minute, why I find that important. Now, back here is where you put in your batteries. They just slide right in here. Here is the opening. It's got like a little, what you want to call it? Spongy kind of thingy here that actually holds the battery in. It doesn't really click into anything really sturdy, so some people kind of complained about that. But I've never had it that the battery came loose or that it opened up, stopped charging, anything like that. So as I said, you can charge, they say here, the 10.8, 14.4, and the 18 volt batteries with this system. So you can either run it off one of those batteries, or you can plug it in here and run it off of regular 110, or in this case 220 current, as that is what we have over here in Europe. Now, that's already one of the bad things I think about this system. Let's open this up. This is a rugged job site radio. It's built, you know, to be taken around in a job site, people working, hammering, you got gloves on, stuff like that. That's why you see you got this nice big knob here. You got these buttons you can push for the presets, where you can change the source and everything. So that's really, really good. But then you got this. This is the UK one now, because I got it in the UK. But the US one doesn't look different. This is your power supply. So you gotta tell me you're gonna have a guy on a job site with gloves trying to, you know, open this little rubber grommet here, then plug this thing in here, and then you got this darn brick where you gotta try to plug in somewhere. So I think this is the biggest drawback of this entire radio. They really should have just gave you a regular power cord that just plugs in, and you can see it's rather annoying to get this back in. I'll just leave that here for a moment. To get a regular power cord that plugs in, you know, build this battery, this power supply basically into the device. If that would mean get rid of this, that's fine, because the only thing this cubby is good for anyway is for the brick. So I really don't like that about this radio. I've had the radio for over a year now, and it gets light use, I gotta say, here around the ranch. It's not really a heavy activity that I'm doing with it. But even so, you can see it's got these 4 rubber feet that it stands on. Or rather, it used to have 4 rubber feet. So one of them already fell off. And as I said, it's got a sheltered life with me. Mostly it sits over there on the shelf. I take it out to the yard, I take it out up front when I work on the truck, and so that's a bad point, and as I said, this brick's a bad point. Otherwise, I really like this radio. So, to turn it on, it's actually very simple. You just push this button here, keep it down for a couple seconds, and the screen comes on. Now, I already have the source set to Bluetooth. You could hear that beep now before. I got my cell phone over here, and it's actually already connected to it. That's why you heard that beep there. So if I quickly unlock my phone, just press play. And you can hear it works very well streaming right from my phone, Bluetooth onto the radio. And as I said, it's got the 4 speakers, so it's really nice. You can put this in the center of the room or of the yard, wherever you're working. You got audio coming from this side. You go, you're working on the other side. You got the audio coming from this side. You go back again, you're still hearing it. So it's not like with most radios that only have speakers facing one side, so once you're behind the radio you actually barely hear it anymore, or you have to place the radio up against the right corner and, you know, blast it over into the right direction. No, here you can just lay it flat and you'll have it in all, actually 360 degrees pretty much. So I really like that. You press source again, it changes. So here it goes into the DAB Plus menu. Here we have the regular FM radio. Auxiliary port that's inside and goes back to Bluetooth. You have your 6-channel presets here. Button you can push gets you into the menu where you can adjust sound, you can adjust language, brightness, restore the defaults. You can put the bass up, the treble, the mid-range. So it's a really good radio that they thought through very well, if you ask me, besides those 2 minor points that I told you about. Now, Price-wise, over here in Europe, DeWalt is insanely expensive. That's why I got it in the UK, because it's a lot cheaper than buying it over here in Switzerland. But in the US, I think this radio runs roughly around $200. I'll look it up and, you know, write it in somewhere there. But I really like it. Yes, I will get it again because I got quite a few DeWalt tools and I can just put my batteries in here that I already have and carry it around like that. And yeah, that's a quick review on the DeWalt Toughsystem radio. I'll put the numbers of the item itself in there because the US got a different number, Switzerland got a different number, Germany got a different number, UK got a different number. It's the same radio, just everyone's got a different DeWalt number for it. So don't ask me why, they just do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're stopping in for the first time, please consider subscribing to our channel. Leave us a comment if there's anything else you would like to know about this radio or about any other video that I've posted so far. Or if you have an idea for another video that I could make, just leave it in the comments. Find us on our other social medias, which are linked below in the description. And thank you very much. I'll talk to you later.